Hey, what's up everyone? This is the fourth tutorial on JavaScript, and we're going to look at functions. I'm not sure if I can, well, I don't think I'm going to get through it all in one video. I'd like to break these up in about 10-minute segments or so. So let's look at the very basics. The first thing you need to know is the keyword. Just like if you were in Python, you'd have to know the keyword in Python, which is def. It's short for define. JavaScript just writes it all out, which is actually a little annoying at times, I think. Then you have to get a variable name to your function. So var name fun. And actually fun is a good keyword for function. I know in the programming language, I think ML and Chuck both use fun. I kind of like that. It's short. Alright. Now, right in between these guys right here is where you'll put your parameters. We're going to put A and B, because what this function is going to do is return the square feet of a rectangle. The keyword for return is return. Pretty simple. And we'll return A times B. And there's your function to get the square feet. Now a function by itself is not going to do anything. So you need to call the function. Copy that. Give it some arguments. So we're going to have a rectangle that's, let's say, 100 pixels wide, 50 pixels tall. Let's copy this and put it in the console. 5,000 square feet. Well, what else can you do with functions? Well, you can add them together. So let's steal this real quick. I guess I already had it copied. There we go. We added them together. You can divide them by things. So let's divide it by 50. Steal it. $200. So that's the very basics. Well, actually, let me go back here. You can think of a function a lot like a variable. So what do you got for variables? You have var, variable name. Well, you got the keyword. Let's put that first. Var name. So you choose a variable name and you give it some kind of value. You don't have to. You can just declare it and give it the value later. If you declare it like this, you'll get undefined. It hasn't been defined yet. But you can turn around and say var name equals 5,000. So now you gave it a name, you gave it a value. Now this function kind of has the same thing going. It has a keyword function, has a variable name, and it even has a value. So you could always think of it as equals 5,000, as in the case we had here. 5,000 square feet. Now, of course, there's a lot of differences. The variable, as soon as you declare it, it's there. A function is basically invisible to the interpreter. Well, it knows it's there, but it's not going to call it. You have to call the function. A variable, not the same. Now, there's a lot of things we'll have to cover. Scope, how to hide a function, functions that don't return anything. In other languages they call that void. So like if you're working in Java, you might write public static void main as your main function. Well, in JavaScript you have a lot of the same things. You have void functions that don't return anything. You can kind of simulate static, and of course there's public. If you declare a function outside of an object, it's public, extremely public. Alright, I think I'm going to save the rest for another video. I hope you got something out of this one. Until next time.